I'm Alex Berman, and you're watching Selling Breakdowns. Although there are many different industries and services and products, there's one thing that ties all businesses together. You sell your product for more than it costs, right? Well, not always. Today we're going to look at the idea of loss leaders, where retailers sell some items at a loss in order to attract customers. We'll use Walmart as our main example, but we'll look into a few others as well. Let's start with some recent news. In case you haven't heard, Amazon recently bought Whole Foods, and their first act, practically on day one, was to slash prices. It seems strange, doesn't it? Whole Foods is a really strong brand, famous for its high-quality produce. Why not just use the existing Amazon distribution structure to help it expand? Well, Amazon knows that the reason they're so dominant online is that they operate at very fine margins, and Walmart's not that much different. So if you want to compete in the grocery business, you have to go cheap. Seriously cheap. Even if you forget about coupons, it's possible to buy a basket of something in Walmart where the store would be making zero profit or even a loss on every single item. The most common are dairy products like milk and eggs. A gallon of milk might sell for $4, but it could cost them $6 from the supplier. Eggs typically sell for a 10% loss or more. It's true for many other household items like toilet paper, health and beauty products, some frozen goods. But the whole point of a supermarket is that you don't just go in there and buy 2 items, you're there for the price and the convenience. So you'll do all your shopping in one place. And if you know that the groceries you always need, like milk and eggs, are cheaper in Walmart than any other store, that'll be where you shop. You're not going to pick up the eggs and milk, check out, then drive to the next store with the cheapest chicken, then the next store with the best price on beer. No, they hook you in with your regular items and know that they'll turn a profit on the other things in your basket. It's their enormous size that allows them to have so many of these loss leaders. They simply have the revenue to walk these margins, knowing that all they need to do is keep getting people through the doors, and enough customers will buy big profit margin items to cover the super savers. The model of the grocery business is what a lot of businesses want. Loyal customers making regular purchases because volume is what makes you the real money, most of the time. Better to have 1 million customers making you $1 profit than one customer making you $1 million, because you can't rely on just one customer and it might be hard to find another. But if you can sell 1 million people, why not 2 million, 3, 4, so on? So when Gillette sells you a razor, they don't need to make any money on the handle, which is expensive to produce. You can have that for free for all they care, but once you have the handle, you're locked into buying Gillette blades for months or years, and the blades are cheap to make. Even with a big TV, which has no real consumables that go with it, it's actually more likely they're making money on the cables and the remote, because if you just spent $600 on a TV, they know you'll think, okay, it's just an extra $50 for some add-ons. Your business might not be able to sell at a loss. You need big financial muscle to play the game, but it's worth looking at exactly where you make the most money and make sure you're doing everything to funnel more business in that direction. This could be lowering your price on a popular product if you know it'll make it easier to upsell the really profitable add-ons, or how about providing additional services that may not bring in additional revenue, but could boost sales of your big ticket item. Want to learn more about business theory and history? Be sure to like and subscribe to be notified of our next segment.